We're well into the game now, with some of us even pushing UL 60. So it's a high time we take a look at a couple of fresh tips to heighten our gameplay. We're not newbies anymore, right? Echo Pity. So you followed my Echo guide for beginners, or you followed others and now you're looking to min-max. I got you. So Echo Drop Pity exists. I believe I found out through Koki gachas that after every 3-cost enemy killed and no Echo drops, the next 3 costs would be guaranteed. That way you could technically target farm your 3 costs by killing other 3 costs before going back to the one you want. This would be great if Pity drop was really low, but as it stands you're more likely to win Pity early, meaning that it will take a while before you switch back to your 3 costs for the guaranteed. That is why I recommend just following your farming route and killing what you need. The fastest way to get your Echo is just to grind your Echo. Specific character stat builds for their Echoes. Now that you have the basics down, it's time to delve into your main character stat distribution. Every character wants different stat spreads, so it's key to understand them. For example, Yuanwu has defense scaling, but Jian has attack scaling. Understand the stats you want on your character. For example, the majority of main DPSs would want crit rate and crit damage substats, but how much? A good rule of thumb is to maintain a crit ratio of 1 to 2. The crit damage value should be minus 100% as the game gives you that one free, so a 1-2 ratio would look like 50% crit and 200% crit damage. The super jump traversal. Now this is definitely not necessary, but it definitely makes moving around this world more interesting, fluid, and efficient. So the first step is just the basic jump, which we all know. The next step is a jump and a dodge. The next level is a jump, dodge, and then an immediate grapple after. Now it gets a bit more complicated. What we're going to do is if you see, try this with your character. If you do a ground attack, you can see he gains a bit of height, right? What you want to do is after initiating a ground attack at the peak, you want to either dodge or grapple. So the next level could look like a jump, ground attack, then dodge, ground attack, then grapple. Now we're talking. Now we're getting some serious height. Now to expand on this further, there are echoes out there that reset your ability to dodge in the air again. So we're going to make use of it. And it would go into a sequence like this. Jump, ground attack, then dodge, ground attack, then grapple. Use your echo, which resets the dodge, then ground attack and dodge. This can then play into other characters who have air traversal, such as Jinshi and her own version of the super jump. Food buffs in the holograms. Now we have an endgame activity, hologram fights. Do you guys have them at level 6 yet? I think I'm just missing maybe Memphis. Hologram 6 Memphis should be fun. Now I personally just discovered this. But if you, right, I really thought you couldn't, because like in endgame activities in Genshin, for example, they don't let you take food buffs. So I highly recommend this particular food because it gives you crit. But I'm sure there are others out there. Just take a look at your food selection and weigh in what you need. You can use your intro skills and ultimates to panic dodge. Sometimes you just gotta have that panic button, right? Both ultimate and intro skills have a long iframe, and because they don't perfectly freeze time when you activate them, you can use them to dodge as a last resort.
Midnight!
Wait! Don't pressure me!
Midnight!
I'm done! Wait! No!
Swap cancels. Basically, when your resonator goes into a long animation, you can cancel it by swapping to a different resonator. Now the previous resonator's attack input will still carrying out the damage with it as well. This is highly useful to min-max damage as well as to cancel those long animations that put you at risk of damage, like Encore's full 40 bar ability. Use your gadgets. When I dragged my friends to try Light Crusher, they were asking about an item I had on my map, my portable waypoint. They did not know what it was, despite the fact that they too had the item. It's given as a reward from the Huanglong Association, so I would like to remind you all to check your gadgets and utilize them. Use your loot mappers and casket sonars to find stuff you're missing for exploration. Use sensor to solve certain puzzles, waypoint modules for easier access to things you're going to be grinding or collecting often. And don't forget the hologram projector to take those bomb ass photos. You can even use things like grapple in combat. Jinshi's special attack combo activated after an intro skill or a normal combo can be done even in air. Grapple up and rain hell on your enemies. Tip number 8. Learn your class. Look up advanced character guides, there's many out there. Learn what moves you're going to use to best parry, your combo strings. Figure out who your best teammates are. I mean, technically you can use whatever you want, but for the sake of the min-max, you know. Now for the penultimate tip, this is probably the most important one because it is the most OP trick you'll ever hear. You've got to learn how to negative edge on your enemies and KURO cancel the fuck out of them. Yes, I'm joking. Shout out to Aya though. Nah, for real, the best tip I can give is just enjoy the game. Pace yourselves, don't overfarm for that perfect echo, but by all means though, as long as you know your limits. I spend less time now farming the overworld than I did at launch, but I still enjoy myself the same. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm really enjoying the game. I think I'll put out a Changli react video because her story was a banger. And I'll see you guys next time.